So come from the dusk till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly through the skies like plane. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how we start. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman, and child come in. Let the cleansing begin. Hey! What are you doing? Who does that? Hey! For the common man, times real hard. Crime and murders driving we mad. And the youths them can't find no work, cause the system take them for joke. Let the positive fight control. We must not lose sight of our goal. In spite the stress and the strain, let us build our country again. I'm sure we can rise up the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind. For the youth and we future, let the healing begin. In the rhythm of the island, let love pull us in. So come from the dusk till dawn, as we rise up every morn. We'll fly through the skies like plane. Our people will rise again. Hand in hand is how we'll start. Everyone can play their part. Man, woman, and child come in. Let the cleansing be. What do we have on the hand like this? Skin up her. I love on you. Hear me? Politicians drive their nice car, while the poor man mighty finger. The oil money blowing like dust. The people don't know who to trust. But every crisis we will master and rise to triumph from disaster. We will cast the evil away. We make this all of pledge here today. I'm sure we can rise up the shadows as we shine. Through the pain and the sorrows, leave the darkness behind.
This is TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Good morning. This is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, along with several government ministers, visited the UWI South Campus in Penal Debe on Monday afternoon to inspect repair works ahead of its reopening. Among those present was Minister of Tertiary Education and Skills Training, Professor Prakash Prasad, who has been spearheading efforts to reopen the institute. Speaking to TTT News following the campus tour, the Prime Minister said she was impressed.
It's just very painful to know that it stood idle for almost 10 years. A lot of work to be done, but you could still see the beauty of it. I feel like I could be a student here all over again. It is a beautiful place. It's breezy, the ambience, you look around. It is a wonderful place for anyone to come as a student to be studying at university. So I'm very pleased at what I've seen, in spite of deterioration in several areas, but it can be repaired and be brought back fully on board.
Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar paid tribute to former Minister of Tertiary Education, the late Fazal Karim, who brought the initial vision to life during his term in office.
I just hope what happened the last time when we came and we did the topping up ceremony in 2015, just before the elections, that we finish this and get the students on board before any other changes take place in the country. That is my dream right now. That's my goal. That is my vision. That's my mission, to get this campus up and running. Get it up and running and be populated with students and academics here. They will do very well.
Rehabilitation work on the UWI South Campus began last July. In March, Minister of Land and Legal Affairs, Saddam Hussein, said the government will take full responsibility for repairs to be carried out by PSAEL, with classes expected to resume in September 2026. Rehabilitation works on the UWI South Campus began last July. In other news, Crown Point Police have released the 32-year-old suspect involved in the fatal jet ski accident that claimed the life of 7-year-old Angelica Jogi at Pigeon Point Heritage Park. After spending 7 days in custody, Senior Superintendent, Tobago Division, Rodell Kirk, said the suspect could not be held any longer unless charges are laid. However, he clarified that this does not mean the suspect has been exonerated. The senior superintendent explained that investigators are exercising due diligence to ensure justice for the child and remains confident that a file with sufficient evidence will be submitted to the Director of Public Prosecutions by the end of the week. Angelica was bathing with relatives at Pigeon Point on April 8th when a jet ski plowed into the group, injuring several people. She sustained multiple traumatic injuries and, despite medical intervention, later died at the Scarborough General Hospital. She was laid to rest on Saturday. Since the incident, jet skis have been banned from Pigeon Point and the Buku Reef Marine Park amid public calls for stricter regulations governing their use. In sport, the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force were bowled out for 175 in their first innings on day 2 of round 2 in the West Indies Championship at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in Antigua. Jid Gooley top scored for Red Force with 51 not out, and Kelvin Pittman, the pick of the Leewards bowlers, claiming 6 wickets for 52. In reply, the Hurricanes are in a strong position in their second innings, reaching 136 for 6 with Mikael Lewis anchoring the innings with a solid 73. But Jaden Seals went on a bowling rampage for the Red Force, taking 6 for 33. The Hurricanes currently lead by 95 runs with 4 wickets in hand heading into day 3. And that's what's making the news this morning. But joining us right now is Vamala Balkaran, the host of Trinidad and Tobago Today. Good morning, Vamala.
Good morning, my good friend Carrie. How are you today?
I love that greeting. Thank you very much. I'm good. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How's your back?
Finally, I have a little ease up. It was playing a little tricks on me yesterday. The lower back eased up, and then the middle back was giving me some trouble. But I woke up this morning, and thank God I'm in good shape.
Well, maybe you can do a 5K. These days, people are enjoying those.
A lot. Yeah,
well,
it's so trendy now.
Imagine
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
This is about creating opportunity through responsible management and citizen participation in national wealth. We are targeting US $3 billion in new investment within the next few years in energy, in construction, in tourism, and the digital economy.
Music.
It's reconstruction time in Trinidad, so put your shoulder to the wheel, man, lad, move on, don't stop till you reach the top. You put a hand and I put a hand and we will see. For big and for small in no time at all, prosperity. There's no other way to do it. Show your patriotic spirit, unity. Somehow, if Trinidad ever needed you, it's now.
Culture.
The budget has goodies and some not so goodies, but that is because fairness requires that everyone plays their part.
Engaging conversations. Latest news. Our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Women are a quiet strength the world leans on, the hands that holds everything together, and the heart that keeps on giving, even when they're tired. And it's time for us to celebrate that. I'm Yashamani, your host of Majestic Makeover, the series which uplifts and transforms the lives of everyday women who've carried so much for so long. In this season, we're looking for women like these, women who have endured, women who survived, women who keep on going, no matter what. A woman who's lost a loved one and finds the strength to go on. A survivor of crime who refused to be broken. A woman over 70 who gives to her family and the community every single day. A survivor of serious illness who continues to live with hope and courage. A physically challenged woman living fully with dignity and determination. These are the stories we want to honor. Do you know her? Nominate her. Let's celebrate her. Send us 2 brief paragraphs which briefly states who she is, your relationship to her, and why she deserves this journey. As well, send us your contact information. Send it to majesticmakeovertt@gmail.com. Because remember, every woman needs to feel majestic. Majestic Makeover Season 3, right here on TTT.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked!
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team, as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
The ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The ground report. The ground report.
I would think that they've been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wendy and Jen, a pleasant good morning. Nadira, Bisnat Prasad, good morning to you. Kudat Mohan, good morning. Afrina, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey, Dave and Deborah, a pleasant good morning to you all. How are we all going? God is good. Communicate with me a little bit. It's important. Hey, Ruby Sami, a pleasant good morning. Gloria Scholar, pleasant good morning. Sudali, good morning. Janelle, good morning. Hey, my baby, teacher Balmain, all of you, a pleasant good morning. Anne-Marie, amen. Marilyn Sicharan. All of you, a pleasant good morning to you all. Matilda Rhodes, good morning to you. I don't know. Hey, no husky voice this morning. Hi. Hey, John Andrew, a pleasant good morning to you. Yes, Anne Marie, amen, good morning. Anthony Ford, good morning to you. Hey, Krishna, good morning. Primraj, a pleasant good morning. Dave Maharaj, good morning. Anne Brown here. Good morning, Jess School, a pleasant good morning to you all. Hey, Rishiba, good morning. Mubarak, a pleasant good morning to you. Monica, good morning. Michael Scotton, good morning to you. Felix Monty, a pleasant good morning to you.
Ashes we rise, there's no one like you. None like you.
Lucky Lala, good morning. Joy Shram, good morning.
Our God is stronger.
Nigel Black, a pleasant good morning to you. Mina Rodriguez, good morning. Mina Steiner out there in Austria, good morning. Safi, good morning. It have been long. Rajpati,
into the dark.
Ram Sarup, a pleasant good morning to you.
Out of the
ashes he rise. There's no one like you. Hey, Maki Thunderboom, a pleasant good morning to you. Abraham, good morning. Ima, good morning. That buzz you, eh? Paul Daniel saying good morning, Mary. Roram Narayan, a pleasant good morning to you.
Awesome in power, our God.
Elizabeth. Ethelbert. Duke, yes, Ethelbert.
Our God is stronger.
That is a serious old name in well, Ethelbert. Hey, Frank Andy Bablual, good morning. Hey, Jawani Jagrup, a pleasant good morning. Pundit Piram Maraj, a pleasant good morning to you. Imam Kasim, good morning. Jason Mitchell, good morning to you. Hey, Sarojani Singh, a pleasant good morning, man. Radhika Ramjit, good morning. Earl, good morning. Hey, Nita Ramlal, good morning.
Our God is for us, and who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand?
Glory, Rahman, a pleasant good morning.
And who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us.
Hey, Indra, good morning to you, Indra. All of you on Facebook and on YouTube. That a look on, a pleasant good morning, Carmen. Peter Brown, good morning. Pamela Palu, how are we going? I ain't see you a long time. Good morning, Cyril. Good morning to you. Peter Samlal Singh, a pleasant good morning to you. Aldwin Edwards, a pleasant good morning. Raphael Brathwaite, good morning to you. Jubati Harilal, good morning. Pringala Mohan, good morning. Nah. Yes, no. Har Suk. Good morning. We're watching Kenrick. Good morning, Kenrick Prasad. Not forgetting Mr. Ramna, deceased Ramnarang family members that are local, and his son Arish. Akash. Ramnarang, a pleasant good morning to my brother. How things? How the family going? Grenades, a pleasant good morning to you. Davika Balkaran, good morning. Otilda, good morning. And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Nigel Snipes, a pleasant good morning to you.
Pleasant good morning to you, Andy. Pleasant good morning, Trinidad, Tobago, and of course the wider world. Pleasant good morning to you, Lennox.
Oh boy, Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you.
Yes, indeed. You're sounding a bit subdued, but at the same time with subliminal, I would say, effervescence, as you normally would, but a little subdued. But that being as it may, a pleasant good morning to all and sundry, east, west, north, south, central in Trinidad, our friends in Tobago. Tobago, of course, you may well be installed for a pleasant surprise. Let me just put it that way. Well, that being as it may, all the best to you in Tobago. And of course, we are not hearing from you as regularly as we would like. So something has to budge. And then, of course, a pleasant good morning or whatever time of the day it is in your neck of the woods, wherever you are in the world, including, of course, the diaspora. Pleasant good day to you. Yes. This is the Tuesday edition of the Ground Report, and of course, unfortunately, we have to have a mix as usual. We are hoping to get a monotonous, always good news, and so on and so forth, but in human circumstance and existence, well, you have the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifference, and therefore, we have to accept that as a fact of life. And so, of course, the DB campus of the, to be attached to the University of the West Indies, that is my understanding, will be, of course, open hopefully for the 2026 or 27 term. Of course, that will be the law faculty or addition to the law faculty of the University of the West Indies right here in St. Augustine in Trinidad. Yes, indeed. But of course, on the other hand, we have found that there's something like 36 guns were recovered from that situation in San Fernando, that municipal constabulary establishment there under of course, the corporation in San Fernando. And yes, the murders.
Well, if they get those guns,
yeah,
meaning they knows the suspects. Yeah. These officers' lives done. They done the life, because so long as they get the guns, they know now, well, all right, it's only take the guns over somebody end up murdered. So they gain charged for murder and robbery and misbehaving public order and what? Where's the charges that
yeah, well,
will come into that when
I
that time
suppose all of the above, depending on the circumstances and where the investigation would guide the officers. But I suspect that knowing Trinidad, knowing the experience in Trinidad, they will, even though one is the ultimate, meaning that is the death penalty, they will throw all at you and hope that one sticks. Based on, of course, the track record of not being able to secure convictions.
But
So
talk
I
to the mic,
all of the above. I suppose all of the above will be part and parcel of that consideration. I hope that you heard the other parts of what
I heard.
said. Yes.
Yeah, I heard. Just little, not too, but I
So,
heard everything.
36 pieces, but 36 guns were recovered, and substantial. I don't know if it's all of the ammunition aspect of it.
Not
but
all
of course,
recovered yet.
the amount of guns that were actually taken was 68. So therefore, there is a deficit of about 30 thereabout. So
Right,
they
but
just
what
get
I
just
wanna also
above
ask,
half. Yeah.
What I also
recovered.
want to ask is that so far, anybody read up on some of the suspects based on if they
I
have
think
family
6
members, if they married, if they have kids, where they live. Well, I know one live Claxton Bay area. You know, what
all that will be in the investigation. I suppose the police will relieve or
why I ask that?
That information.
Why I ask
incrementally,
that is to try to sort out what was the mindset of these officers, really and truly. I even said want to think about something like that. The real criminal elements out there more smart than that. Lavanti criminals would have planned that smarter.
2 of which are officers. It's 6, but 2 of which are officers. So
it's only 2 officers?
Yeah.
Allegedly 2 officers so far.
Yeah, two officers.
All right, so 4 civilians.
Yeah, right. So
well, it had to be.
So we have to. Whilst we can speculate and make conjectures, I think let's see where that leads us. Of course, it is. Well, I mean, it's a very unfortunate situation generally, but what has been eliminated is that she was not sexually assaulted. She was, of course, blunt force trauma as a result of a blow, and she was choked. So therefore, she was asphyxiated, as the term is, lack of oxygen, and that would have caused her.
Talking now, Mike.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so. That we have, of course, 7 murders over the weekend. One 7-year-old.
That's not how it is, man. How it is 7 killed in 3 days. Man, you're putting people to sleep there somewhere. We see start of the morning program.
I did caution people yesterday. No, the information is crucial and it is depressing to even mention it, but we have to do it. But I did say yesterday that the statistics, comparatively speaking, at the same time, this time last year, it would have been 120 murders, and of course, at this time is I think 109. So
yeah, I think that's what I'm seeing here, boy.
The deception is still there.
110.
So there is a reduction, not as we would like, not as drastic as we would like, but nonetheless, comparatively speaking, there is a reduction, and we have to put that into the equation as well.
Nice. So Trinidad and Tobago, the lead story, girl 9, woman 20, among 8 killed on bloody weekend. Yes, on a bloody weekend. A day of family fun ended in tragedy when 4 people, including a 9-year-old girl, were ambushed and killed while on their way home on Sunday night. Oh boy, suspect in the fatal jet ski incident released as file goes to DPP. File have to go to DPP. Internationally, at this point in time, geopolitics. US-Iran talks in doubt as Strait of Hormuz. Violence escalates. Oh my gosh, it escalates. What they're saying, Lennox Smith, on that day is that is one man really in charge and all of them are think that he baffled? Which is
is an extremist of the extreme.
Yeah, nobody. The president can't talk to he. The foreign minister can't talk to he.
Yeah, and with everybody else. So he's committed a whole national suicidal mission that he is on.
They say
he in business, yeah.
They say it's because jump high, jump low, the regular army in Iran is not as powerful as the IGC or something, what do they call it?
Yes, the Revolutionary Guards, yes.
Right.
That is correct.
They say, well, and who control the guns, missiles, and bombs? That is who holding the power. And it is that gentleman they say he holds all the power. Where imagine...
Well, he unfortunately, and the population will suffer as what I consider to be, the population will be repercussion of his suicidal mission. Because there are people like that. We saw it right here in Trinidad. Dr. Rowley, and they have their ideology with respect to Venezuela and Maduro. And they jeopardize Trinidad and Tobago's chances immeasurably. It's a good thing, of course, there was a change in government. And therefore, the philosophical position, the pragmatic approach with respect to the interests of Trinidad and Tobago is now being realized. But then, he going down with Maduro in spite of the sanctions, in spite of the warrants issued from the United States for his capture. Well, I wouldn't say dead or alive, but certainly the bounty of 25 million US and all of that. And Dr. Rowley and they were still putting Trinidad and Tobago in jeopardy and our chances for economic recovery having regard to our gas and oil circumstance. So it's a good thing that Kamala Prasad-Bissessar and the UNC and Coalition of Interests came into office, and therefore there is a total reversal. Now, right now we are talking about Venezuela, Guyana talks, and of course the rehabilitation and resuscitation of the oil refinery as in quick time. And of course those OFAC license and so on is now almost second nature, because they're getting it without any controversial issues, etc., etc. So all is well that ends well.
Yeah, this whole thing just gone mad. Man killed, wife injured in Valencia shooting. They say a 49-year-old was killed and his wife injured after gunmen opened fire on their home in Valencia early yesterday. They say Charles, a father of two, died after being shot while inside his Ammon Lane home around 3:30 a.m. His wife, 40 years old, Miss James, was also shot and remain warded in a stable condition. Imagine that. If the killing, it's just murders. But here, the next thing. It's just madness in this country. I feel the devil roaming real bad. 3 more held in illegal cemetery disposal. Imagine crime and all when it comes into dead bodies, Lennox Smith. What says thou? Down to the dead.
Well,
they're taking advantage of.
I think there's additional 3 3 more, as you rightly said. In addition to the 3 that was already there.
But what they do? In case some people...
The suspect is released. So you have a sort of mixed bag. Who is being released and those who are being taken into custody. I think the same thing has happened with the police case as well. I think 1 or 2 persons have been released as well there. But of course, the investigators are in the spotlight, so to speak. They have a handle on what is happening and therefore would be in a better position to make those kinds of judgments.
But what did they, for all the people that are now locked on, some people may not have the information, hence the reason for the ground report, hence the reason we have and in control, or not in control, but have the love and support of all the drivers of Trinidad and Tobago that commute our fellow Trinidadians and Tobagonians to and from work, whether it be to the grocery, whether it be at the end of the day, to all my drivers, a pleasant good morning to you. All maxi drivers, taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers, seven-seaters, donkey carts. Yeah, donkey carts. So all drivers, a pleasant good morning to you. So let us know, Lennox Smith, what that one was about when it coming to 3 more held in illegal disposal, because we see whereby dead bodies and all. You're dead, you're still getting brutalized illegally. What says down with that?
Yeah, well, 56 bodies were being disposed of by persons who would have already dug the hole and looking to set up, obviously, a mass grave. And I think a farmer happened to come across that situation, alerted the police, and the investigation shows that of the 56 bodies that were to be disposed, 50 of them would have been children and 6 adults. And because of the tags that were there, it appears to be as a result of some, let's say, over supply or over existence for storage in some medical facility, that bodies that were not claimed. In other words, that is the assumption, and as a result, that activity was taking place. But of course, while there is no homicide investigation in the matter, because it appears that they convinced that they were bodies that were eventually had to be disposed of, but were not claimed by whosoever. The way it is being done is now being investigated.
Right, and here where it's confusing, and what will be confusing to Trinidad and Tobago, because we need to get on to this there, because we have to go for that break. We have to go for that break.
Yeah.
We will come back to that. Snipes, let's take that break, because when we come back, as we touch on this aspect, because it's very confusing, we will open the lines. Let's see what is the first 3 voice notes and the first 3 callers this morning. What's trending? What's on your front burner? What's supposed to make news that not making news? Right here on the Ground Report, Talk City 91.1 FM. We'll be back.
Live with us, no matter your age or where you're from, our doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is, helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens. Because your world can't wait. Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Hey Trisha, I ain't seen in a while. How business going?
Boy, business real slow these days, and advertising expensive.
You for real? You ain't hear about SBP?
What is that?
Small business package. You can advertise your business on radio. They cater for your budget.
You serious?
Yes, girl. Them fellas are Next 99.1, Sweet 100.1, and Talk City 91.1. Real bigging up your thing.
What? No way. Tell me where, when, and how.
Call 622-4141. That number is 622-4141. And for more information, you can email ttttsales@ttt.co.tt.
I heading down Marfal Road now. That song ain't too good to be true.
Hey guys, I got some great information. PSCU 60th Anniversary Vehicle and Mortgage Expo 2026. Unlock your door to your home and drive your dream car. On Friday, the 24th of April, meet up in Tobago, Milford Road, Esplanade, Scarborough, between the hours of 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturday, 16th May, meet up at C3 Courtyard, San Fernando, between the hours of 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Get on the spot pre-approval. One lucky winner can win a hamper. Requested documents checklist for this new and used vehicles. 100% financing is available. 2 forms of valid photo ID, recent job letter, 3 months, recent pay slip, proof of address, vehicle insurance quotation. Remember, anyone can apply. Visit our branches at Port of Spain, 24 Shackville Street, or you can call 612-7884, San Fernando, number 8, Naparima Mayaro Road, Arima, 16 Cocorite Road, and Tobago, TLH Building in Scarborough.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Nice. Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. Time check is 39 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. When you're listening to the Ground Report, good morning to all of you that are looking to us on the World Wide Web, on our several social media platforms. You're over 500 and something of you, and it's not something yet already. But that will be over 1,000 something by now and 6:30. Oh boy. Lennox Smith, well, we done figure out that those are not bodies that people died and family members leave it at a funeral home, and the funeral home didn't burn the bodies or dump the bodies. So give us an idea how the hell those bodies reach here, and what was supposed to be the disposal of that? That was supposed to go where? Or do what?
Well, I'm sure the investigation would lead, but my common sense, I'm applying that here, and it's more speculative as opposed to fact, but it appears that some funeral home would have gotten a job to dispose of those bodies from some medical institution whose morgue might have been oversaturated with these bodies. Of course, I will not rule out the possibility, and I'm sure that callers will direct their minds to the same thing as well, whether or not they may have been victims of what we know underground to be organ harvesting, and so I don't know if the 56 bodies will have to now be transferred to the forensic lab in order to find out, and that by itself is space, because they too have a space problem. So because the 9-year-olds and a body, there was difficulty in, of course, at the forensic department to accommodate and to run, of course, the forensic test in order to, determine the cause of death.
Yeah, but how that is possible without the acknowledgement of the owner of the funeral home? How it is possible, and what would have been the directions of the business to the workers in which allegedly that well, not alleged, it's not alleged, that dumped those bodies illegally in mass grave?
Well, I suspect that there would have been a private arrangement if everything to that extent, barring, of course, organ harvesting, which of course is my input, my speculative input. But barring that, if the bodies were stored in a particular medical institution, I could see that, and nobody comes and claims it, because that happens. You have a lot of persons who may be displaced, found themselves in the hospital, and then die. But there is a need for people to come and claim, families, etc. And if there is no such development, then the bodies have to be disposed of. And I could see some private arrangement being made
Talking to Mike. How to keep that mouth by the mic.
Inhospitable, macabre, and maybe, should I say, unspiritual as it may appear. But I can see somebody making that kind of decision, hoping that nobody will find out, because remember, these bodies were not claimed.
Right, and even if it was not claimed, what is baffling to me is that even if it's about organ harnessing or whatever, Well, after you take it, why just don't burn the bodies or just bury them properly where it wouldn't have raised eyebrows?
They may be trying to save costs.
Okay then. Well, let's go to the line here. Let's go to the line here.
That's an expensive proposition.
Oh boy, that's a very expensive one. Let's go.
And you still have to find space in your morgue or in your place where you store these bodies. So it may be a combination or the possibility of any one of those that would have caused the situation to develop. But it's good that it has come to the fore, so people knows at least people are attempting to do those kinds of things, and it is immoral, unspiritual, inhumane, and all of the other things.
But before
bestiality in human beings.
But before we go to the first three voice notes, I want to believe obviously who will be held accountable is whoever business that have that special arrangement with the state. Because
I expect that a lot of information will be, a lot of tongue will be very loose. Nobody gonna take. If I am the let's say I am the executor for the person responsible for the burials and so on in that way, and then of course I think I would be saying who hired me.
All right. But I feel you need to pull your mic a little more to you. And best you face it, just pull it a little more.
All right,
bend it up or something a little bit. Bend it up or something so your voice will flow.
Last time I changed the mic and
it will help. It will help.
Correction.
It's in just talking, trying to talk direct front. That mic is not Let's go.
Morning, Andy and Lennox. Let me tell you all something. I was talking to somebody high up in PTSC a few days ago, and the person told me that UE owns the fleet of buses in San Fernando because the San Fernando PTSC has contracted all of the buses to UE as they are paying $2 million per year. So the dispatchers in San Fernando are not interested in sending buses anywhere else. But UE, look, yesterday people didn't get the Erin bus for over 6 hours. And you know what is going to happen? They're going to sign a petition and drop it off at City Gate, demanding that the Minister of Transport be fired, as well as the dispatchers in San Fernando. And they're going to organize a protest from City Gate straight to the Minister of Transport office to tell him how frustrated they are with his inadequate, inept, and incompetent performance. The San Fernando PTSC is only seeing about UE mostly. They're just cancelling everywhere else, and we never had this problem before. It's only when this administration came into power, this started to be a big problem. Up to now, they haven't sent a bus from San Fernando to Port of Spain in the afternoon on Monday to Friday since last year, you know. And it's getting worse and worse. They're not sending buses anywhere else. People getting fed up. They cannot drive the cars because they're being taxed with heavy traffic fines. The roads are in a deplorable condition, so taxis are raising their fares. And then you have a whole terminal taking all the buses in San Fernando and sending them to UE. I don't know what is going on, you know. I don't know what to say again. And you and Lennox need to be talking about these things. Deal with the issues. We don't want to hear about what the PNM do in the past and is it worse, and just deal with the issues at hand. People have had enough and they are at a breaking point. You cannot be selling people tickets and you're not sending the bus. There is one good thing about the previous administration. We still used to get our bus to go from Sanford and to Coderspin and everywhere else. They not a UE bus terminal, fix the service. And people on the ground are fed up with the performance of this administration.
Hey Andy, if Gary was there, this never happened, boy. You want Gary, boy, you want Gary. Gary is the man, Gary.
Wow, people are calling back for Gary Griffith now, man. Let's continue. Gary, the one Gary Griffith. And Munsami, the one Gary Griffith. Miss Santa Cruz, they're saying the one Gary Griffith. Like you will have to talk for Gary Griffith. Gary Griffith might be making a comeback. I know. But let's see. Oh boy, oh boy.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen. Andy and Lennox, I was listening. I just happened to turn on my radio yesterday about 2:15 p.m. There was a program going on 91.1. I'm not sure who was the host on the program or what was going on. But what I found very interesting was the fact that I have been asking, and I have myself over and over, and I have been thinking, why it is Officer Shavadi, who has been doing such an excellent job for years, making sure youths stay on the right path, you know, the police youth club and everything. There's the evidence that he is, you know, a great role model, a great example for the youths in this country. And up to this day, this man is still a corporal? Why? Why it is in this country that good people are always the ones left behind? And the crooks and the bandits, they can always push themselves up to be promoted and promoted. And when you check some of them records, you know, they are no good. Not all, but they know themselves. So I think they should look into it. Yeah, this man is a hard worker. He's an honest worker. And one thing I sure, he ain't no corrupt bandit police. So I am hoping the relevant authorities will look into it and, you know, give him his... for what all the good that he has done. Because to tell you the truth, in this country, it is very, very, very difficult to find good, hard-working, honest people. So when we find them and we know them, let us show some appreciation and give them the reward that they deserve. Blessings, guys.
Let's go for that quick break and come back. When we come back, more. We have a lot of voice notes already, man. Everybody want to be on board when it comes to the ground report. Everybody want their voices to be heard. And you know what? Right here on Talk City, 91.1 FM, the ground report. The biggest program, talk program in Trinidad and Tobago. On the morning, between 6 and 9 a.m. When you talk here, everybody hears. We'll be back.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. Before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home, contact Tech to request a temporary disconnection. When driving tall vehicles, ensure they do not exceed 15 feet. Do not lift lines to allow vehicles to pass. When carrying out underground works, contact Tech's area offices to ensure there are no underground conductors and cables before digging. At Tech, safety is our priority. Tech, the power to make it work.
Island Finance is now closer to you with brand new modern locations. Visit us at Citygate, Port of Spain. Come in for your hassle-free loan from Island Finance. Quick, easy, and convenient. Subject to credit approval and document verifications.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, or what doors are open to each and every one. variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
This mic set up good because it's about to get low. Thursday, April 30th, lock it in. I'm telling you, next 99.1, Carib, Digicel, we are getting ready to take over the borough. Yes, going 14 destination points. It's all about our signature event. Guess what we heading? We heading points.
Expect big energy, live performances, and non-stop vibes with the full 99 family. The action kicks off at 7 p.m. Butch's Lounge.
Grab your crew, bring your flag, bring your energy.
The best part, it's free.
Enjoy exclusive drink specials on Carib, Campari, Magnum Tonic Wine, plus epic giveaways from the Digicel family.
For updates and more, follow us on socials at Next 99.1 FM. Pavement Lime Destination Point is powered by
Carib. When the borough comes alive, feel it. Digicel, the bigger, better network. And proudly sponsored by Stamina Energy, rise to the occasion. Blue Waters, life is better with Blue Waters. Campari, embrace the mix. Magnum, vibes for now, vibes for later. And of course, the new glass, Next 99.1 FM, the next level of radio. Points, we coming!
Before the sun, before the road, the talk starts here. Talk
This
City,
is Destra,
91.1.
and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Yes, good morning, Andy. Good morning, Mr. Lennox. So I still let me just try and shed some light on this whole thing with the bodies. Now, I am a nurse, right? And let me tell you exactly what basically takes place. Number one, those babies would have been full-term babies, most likely, that mothers would have delivered in the hospital, right? And for whatever reason, the babies might have expired, the baby might have born normal, but the baby didn't last like long after the baby would have, expired onto the next life. And plenty time, these mothers, they doesn't want to actually become too attached to these babies by actually having a funeral for them. Okay, so they will tell the nurse here what to dispose of it. So then now the body now becomes the responsibility of the specific hospital to basically dispose of. Right. Also on the wards, it will have persons who would have expired and died, and their relative refused for whatever reason to come and claim the body. Right now, plenty times these bodies can sit down in the morgue for not just for days, sometimes for years. Right. And remember, the hospital is an institution that will have a large rotation of persons who would have expired. Now, plenty times the morgue does end up full, right? Because sometimes you call and the morgue is full and then even have no space, right? The arrangement with the hospital is that whatever funeral home would come now and would take the bodies. Now remember, it would have people who will claim their bodies, and it will have those who have been unclaimed for years, right? So therefore you have to make space for the new ones and get rid of the old ones. So basically, it's supposed to have something called a poor man's funeral, right? The poor man's funeral is where the state would be responsible for burying persons who would have been unclaimed. Right? And I think that is where the state and I guess, I don't know if it will fall under the corporation, supposed to make arrangements with the funeral home in order to have a burial for these persons whose bodies have been unclaimed. Now, Andy, this practice have been going on for years and years and years. It is not something new, but I think it shocked the public now because it's now coming to the front. But that is not something that is new to us who work in here. We know that this have been going on for years because it would have people whose bodies would become become unclaimed, and they're supposed to have something called a poor man's funeral, and the funeral home would be given monetary compensation to bury these bodies. So I still am just try and clear it up a little bit. If you need more information, you could always give me a call back.
Morning, Mike. Morning, Director. Andy, I know what the boss man to do is to keep it quiet, hold quiet. And some complaining and do something like one me man. Because the boss man, but you just make me do something else. If I hold, like that.
Oh, Lord. The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Time check. Yeah, it's just 1 minute to the hour, to 7 o'clock, where we're going to bring you the most credible news. TTT News in the morning right here on Talk City, 91.1 FM. Thank you very much, Nancy.
That sounds logical. That sounds as what we was speculating about. Well, it appears it has come from what I consider to be an authoritative, commentary or person who have made their input. Yeah.
Nice. But when I watch at all of that, as I tell you all on the Ground Report, and many of you all knows that everybody listens to the Ground Report. Doctors, lawyers, magistrates, judges, yes, police officers, soldiers, customs, immigration.
Good morning. This is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevara says no arrests have yet been made in relation to the quadruple murder in Morvar on Sunday night, but police are actively following up on several persons of interest. He made a statement during a TTPS media briefing, noting that all available investigative resources are being utilized.
Firstly, I would like to say and extend my condolences to the family of the deceased in that quadruple murder. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has not made any arrest in that. They are presently persons of interest, and we are continuing at this point in time to utilize all the intelligence and investigative methods that we have successfully utilized in the past to try and bring some closure to the bereaved families.
Around 7:45 p.m. on Sunday, an 8-year-old girl identified as Jelena Armstrong was one of 4 persons killed along the Lady Young Road in Morvar. Reports indicate that the child was traveling in a vehicle with 2 men and a woman when the car came under heavy gunfire. All 4 occupants died at the scene. Police have not yet disclosed the motive for the attack. In other news, the 32-year-old suspect involved in the fatal jet ski incident at Pigeon Point Heritage Park, which claimed the life of 7-year-old Angelica Jogi, has been released by Crown Point Police. After spending 7 days in custody, Senior Superintendent Tobago Division Rodel Kirk said the suspect could not be held any longer unless charges are laid. However, he clarified that this does not mean the suspect has been exonerated. The senior superintendent explained that investigators are exercising due diligence to ensure justice for the child and remains confident that a file with sufficient evidence will be submitted to the Director of Public Prosecutions by the end of the week. Angelica was bathing with relatives at Pigeon Point on April 8th when a jet ski plowed into the group, injuring several people. She sustained multiple traumatic injuries and, despite medical intervention, later died at the Scarborough General Hospital. She was laid to rest on Saturday. Since the incident, jet skis have been banned from Pigeon Point and the Buku Reef Marine Park, amid calls for stricter regulations governing their use. In some sport now, Trend Media Caribbean Premier Sports Limited and Movietown have joined forces to launch a first-of-its-kind cinema sports experience in Trinidad. Starting with the UEFA Champions League final and select Formula One Grand Prix races, audiences can now watch live global sports on the big screen, immersive, shared, and distraction-free. For brands, it's a premium captive audience unlike anything else in the region.
For audiences, it's about elevating how you experience the moments that matter. For advertisers, it's a step change. A captive, highly engaged audience, a premium, distraction-free environment, appointment viewing, not passive consumption, and the ability to integrate across multiple touchpoints, on screen, in venue, and beyond. This isn't just another media channel, it's a new platform for engagement.
And that was your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. After the break, we return to Trinidad and Tobago Today.
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
The cabinet has approved the increase in the permissible age of importation of foreign-use right-hand drive private cars, that's sports utilities, SUVs, sedans, and station wagons, powered by gasoline, dieseline, or compressed natural gas, CNG, from 3 years to under 8 years, and under from the date of manufacture.
Music. Culture.
As Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar has announced recently with our revitalization master plan, we are open for business. And a key area, a key focus of that master plan is, of course, the energy sector and the energy hub. And we will be open for business, not only for Nutrien, but for all other players that wish to discuss their investment portfolio with us.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
More news, more access, more ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter on air and online. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Trinidad!
Are you ready?
So Trinidad!
Are you ready? No.
By public demand, coming to Sapa, Laugh Till Your Belly Bust Part 2.
This is the encore.
In partnership with Talk City 91.1 FM and TTT Limited, Sunday, 17th May, showtime, 6 p.m. sharp. Come see Victor St. Louis Pell and all his funny friends.
I tell a man the other day, I say, I is the smartest man in the world. He said, how so? I say, ask me any question and I could answer it. He said, how much seconds in a year? I said, 12 seconds. He said, how? I said, January 2nd, February 2nd, March 2nd.
Get a superstar.
Hey, one of my neighbor girl horn him. The man run and drink poison, boy, he dead. You know why? He drink it in the living room.
Louis Spider-Man Antoine, Andrew Friday, The Saint.
I'm trying to play hide and seek in the hospital, but they only keep finding me in ICU.
Added to the cast, Damian Melville and Paniska is back. Get your tickets now. General tickets are priced at $200, VIP $350, and Legend Sports Bar, 22 Agar Road, Point Fortin. Senga's Restaurant, number 65, High Street, Saptaria, opposite Massey Stores. Dev's Barbershop, Cookier, Pies Bar, Maraval Road, Joanne's Bar, Los Charros, and IslandEtickets.com. It's happening on the 17th of May at 6 p.m. sharp. For more information, call 358-5001. Love till your belly busts.
Before the sun, before the road, the talk starts here. Talk City 91.1.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
We are back. Time check. It's approximately 7 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report and viewing the Ground Report on our several social media platforms. We also listen to the Ground Report on Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube. Photo Transformation. 648 Television. Irvin, pleasant good morning to you, the wife. And not forgetting, at Talk City 91.1 FM on Facebook and on YouTube. Good morning to each and every one of you that are locked on to us on our several social media platforms. Tobago, good morning to you, Tobago. Lennox Smith, give me a call, for matter of fact, Nigel Snipes, give me a little call. And don't forget to put on Lennox on the screen there. Give me a call there. Read your message anyhow. Let's continue.
Andy Williams, pleasant good morning, my brother. Pleasant good morning to you. Pleasant good morning to Lennox, comrade in arms, in the struggle, and Mr. Snipes. Pleasant good morning to you all. Trinidad and Tobago, a wonderful good morning and pleasant good morning to you all. Now, Andy, this is for the police service. Mr. Guevara, pleasant good morning to you, sir. Andy, a situation arose where an acting corporal lost her life and a stack of arms was removed from the San Fernando City Corporation police station. Now the police, due to the fast response, they get back 30 guns. Out of 68 or 60 something guns, they get back 30. They get back out of 4,000 rounds of ammunition, they get back 9 something. So I would like the police to stay in hot pursuit. And by now, all this morning, so we're supposed to be hearing, we have found back all the arms. Don't let nobody who you hold them two snake who infiltrate from inside, them two betrayers who infiltrate from inside, play the hole in that secret, and they want to tell you where the rest of the guns is, and they want to tell you, Commissioner, all you know how to do all your work, are given all you by now, and Wednesday, which is tomorrow, to find all them guns. Because anytime all you find them guns in 48 hours time is because all you're slacking off of the investigation and them guns going up on the streets, right? So I'm begging you, please, Mr. Commissioner, tighten the screw on them. You don't have them where you want them already, so let find out where all the guns gone. East, west, north, south, and attack with full force, my brother. I supporting you for that because them police and them young police and them police and them who want to go and use the state resources to commit crime. The holding people for gun, and instead of lock them up and charge them, they bring 10,000, they holding you for weed and they want money to let you go and all them kind of thing, and all you fully aware know what is going on. Too much of crime in the police service, too much of bad seed, trying to get rid of them bad seed and them stop defending the police and them. When they do wrong, we know it are good police in the service, but you see the ones and them who doing wrong and are set on just killing and all them things. Commissioner, all your time to wake up. Time to wake up. All you have a responsibility. That is your management. That is your role to manage, to govern, to protect, and to serve we. Well, this is the opportunity you get to open all doors. Open the Pandora box on them and get back all them ammunition, Commissioner. Locked on and listening again, Andy.
Happy good morning to you, Lennox, Mikey, Nigel, and to everybody out there. First things first, Andy. Busman, you are very disingenuous to say that under the last administration we had a good bus service. So you trying to tell me that the bus service was good up until the 27th of April, and from the 28th of April it deteriorated so badly. Oh God, busman, try a little honesty now. Honesty is the best policy. Everybody know the bus service has been stinking for a long, long time. A very long time. This administration came and met that like that. And you're not talking about the administrators who's supposed to be sending out the buses, but all they want to picket for the minister to go. Well, go now. Go and bring back Rohan. Call for Rohan to come back. Or even better yet, Hines. I don't know what all it is getting in being so disingenuous. I don't know. Right? Andy, I hear you calling my name about Gary. Andy, everybody can call for Gary. Everybody can call for Gary. You understand? But I want somebody to tell me what Gary was doing. What Gary did that was so spectacular. You understand? Is it the hygiene? No, I ain't accusing nobody of anything, eh? I don't know. Because all I know, Gary Griffith used to be after people on Facebook. If you say anything about him, he gone after you, especially if it's a weekend. But all weekend he after you. And telling people that he have his eyes on them. I was one of those that he told that to. Because I said that because I have a few lawyers on my friend as friends. I said it for them. Yeah? I want to know, I want somebody to tell me what it is he was doing. And this boastful way that he have. You see what happened to him, he didn't know how to eat humble pie. You cannot come and disrespect our political leader like that and expect us still to come back there and insult the woman that showing you how to fry chicken and make coffee. Look at where she is today, look at where he is today. And my third point is, I appreciate what that news said, right? Yes, through the social welfare, they call it a pauper's burial. It's in an unmarked grave, right? But nobody expected that those bodies were, imagine 50-something stillborn babies, and you have people like Wendell Eversley and even Penelope and all of them making it look as though it was a mass murder. Those are stillborn babies that died. Now, the hospital, in a sense, is wrong, right? Because if it is that these parents sign it over to the hospital after the babies died, oh gosh, we call it can dispose of those bodies, have a cremation, right? Because Andy, they told us that some of the bodies were autopsied. Some of the bodies had toe tags on them for identification, right? These people neglect their bodies. They neglect them. But it was sad about the babies, right? Of course, the least they could have done, the parents could have done, was to take the babies and bury them. Look at what now. But the thing, the mischief makers, the PNM propagandists in this country, right? That is the story they were running with. That somebody killed all these babies and there was a mass burial. You see, Andy, they tried all how to discredit and bring down this government, right? So that's one of the things that they were running with. Their lies, their propaganda, their half-truth, and the innuendos about what it is took place with that burial. It was wrong in the way, and you know the funeral home not taking responsibility for it. Because the bodies were passed on to a funeral home. It had to be passed on to a funeral home.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's continue. But before I continue, well, I know just in case, Lennox, I know you're putting things in place. I understand, you know what I'm talking about. Other than that, Lennox Smith, they're saying that on a weekend, if you only mention Gary's name, I don't know. Santa Cruz is saying she got a call saying, I'm watching you. You know you get any call? But people saying they like Gary, they saying they want back Gary.
the relationship that we would have had with Gary, I think, is one that would have been characterized as mutual respect.
Yeah.
Because he would have accommodated us, we would have given some advice. In fact, I want to say that we were at the forefront prior to, of course, what the reality turned out to be. But we were at the forefront advocating for him to become the commissioner of police, knowing his political affiliation and his grounding, and we were a bit surprised that the advice was taken by an administration that would naturally be politically opposed to the original way that he became a public figure on the scene, because remember, he was a minister in a previous UNC administration. But whether he turned out to be what we would have liked, I think is still to be determined. As far as I am concerned, I think he was a bit disappointing, but nonetheless, he turned out to be the person that we had suggested to be the best man for the job. There's some who still believe that he is, and we respect that as well. We have to go, of course, for the NLCB.
Play for today.
That's right, that's right.
So before we go to that, short and sweet, Snipes, what was the marks yesterday? What play? Did we catch that man? Or would we have to mind that yesterday's and just put in maybe what we like with today's and catch that man today? Snipes, what was yesterday, marks, and what played before we go into today's pick of the day? Go ahead.
Well, yesterday we had from our calls, the people asked for 11 Kobo, 25 Morocco, 19 Horse, and 35 Big Snake. The first mark that played yesterday was 16, followed by 33, followed by 29, and that was completed by 32 in the night at 7 p.m. So we did not catch any of the marks yesterday.
Well, watch my the man like he really play, boy. He really plays. So you know today we had to see the man for who he is, and we had to organize and come back on him and put in two more, which is the 4 today. We gotta put in that. We have no choice. That man real smart, boy. That man
I get all.
Yeah.
I get all. I'm just imitating when I'm at Spargo's, and the music don't stop, but the people fixate themselves on the screen when the mark is being played, and somebody in the crowd would say, I get and walk out without showing anybody it.
But somebody yesterday that said Big Snake.
Let me try that today. I get him. Yep. But in fact, the opposite is the case.
But somebody yesterday said Big Snake. Big Snake is not 29?
No, that's 35.
Oh, 35 is Big Snake. And 33 was what?
33 is Spider. They call it big money. So 14 is small money, 33 is big money.
Wait, somebody did say that. You know, remember we did say 14, and somebody did say money, and next money mark is 33. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So here it is. Trying to make the lines are open. Come, 4 numbers, 4 people, 1 cap each by yours truly. The Pitbull. I staying with my cap each, you know.
So you're mining?
Yeah, I call him my own one time. I'm mining that 14, boy. I can't run for 14. My mark, 14.
You're mining 14 or you calling back 4?
I call, nah, boy. I go stick with the 14. Here, why? Somebody else had to call the others. Because the 14, oh, nah. I'll go the 14.
The 14 still sleeping.
Yeah, the 14 still sleeping. I will go with that. So in that way, nobody else can pick the 14 because I don't pick it. So at least we go get 4 other marks that we go catch. Yeah, because we got to catch back that man. The man plays smart. The man want me to go back with the 4. So I wouldn't say 14. So somebody will say, well, 14. And we go end up losing 1 out of the 5 marks now. So let me come with the 14 one time. So we'll get 1 fresh mark out of the 4. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Morning, caller.
Yeah.
Yes. Morning, a pleasant good morning to you. What's your mark for today? And tell us why.
Well, we had to play 12.
12?
Yeah, because the king is a man who like all the money. And you see who forced with him, the Jamet.
Oh, the Jamet play yesterday. So
Right? And he played 32 yesterday, the last match.
right, that 32 is.
32 is shrimps.
Oh, but that is a big shrimp or a little one?
Well, a big one.
Oh, good. That man had a big shrimp, boy.
At least you understand that he played 32. He played 32 yesterday, which is net. So shrimps in net for the king.
Oh.
And he makes sure that he double on 16. 16 was the first mark in the morning.
Yeah.
16 and 16 is 32.
Oh, yes. What? Hey,
So
makes
12, I like 12 today.
12, boy. Play that. 12 is one, boy. This man real good. That man give me the whole story. The man really play, you know, from the Jamet straight to the shrimp to the 32 and 16 and 16 32.
And
yeah.
Andy,
yeah. Hey.
Also 29. 29 is a Chinese man and he loves shrimps.
Oh, so they play the 29. So that is why the 12 go come, because the king is the one who just get all of that.
29 is the king also. 29 play for king also.
Right. So that king who you play today, the 12, go get the Jamet, will get the shrimps, will give shrimps. Yes. What shocks? All right, you
So,
go,
well,
go.
I thought it's only I alone used to get confused.
Let's go, guys.
Yes.
Next one.
Yeah, this man good.
One on this side.
Yeah, go ahead on this side.
Good morning. What's your number? What's your mark?
What's my number? That's the first thing you get a good morning.
Good morning.
And I don't know if after all they don't take the mark, if I can send my deepest condolences to that officer and her family and to the Eversley family.
Oh, yes, certainly.
We done that
but at
already.
this point, we're talking
Everybody
about...
called, then yesterday I listened, nobody said, one voice called, voice note caller had sent out condolences, and that's so sad.
All right.
And then you get to hear evidence that I hear a policeman dead and a policewoman. You don't like to hear a woman dead at all. Yeah, but you sometimes hear a policeman dead, they say, boy, I wonder if that is one who they charge me for cussing nine boys. Anyhow, I'm going with the 14. I will tell you about 32.
Now you can't go to 14. I don't pick the 14. So you had to come with something else.
Man. You're the host, you're supposed to wait for last. You are shitty callers, man. Yeah, but director morning. I know that number to go with by Andy, boy. I like the 14 more than you. Well, 14 play. Small as a place, people let's feel hot by and the swing boy. But that our man tell me in a lot of good places at them. You see when you watch these numbers for only one mark you space 14. So you go bring the 14. 32 was and 14 is only 2-5 missing for the longest while.
32 and what?
So you played the 32 I said nice.
Oh, 32 was missing.
You come at 14 this morning or before the day done. You had to come at 14. All who listen in that National Lottery Board. We thankful for this segment. We thankful for the Gong Report. Because the Gong Report came from far, you know. Gong Report came from far. So we send out our thanks to you all for promoting this segment and this edition, as Lennox made us say, of the Gong Report.
Nice.
And the 14. And you must wait for last, you know.
All right, well, both of we pick 14, so we still have 3 marks to go. Hey,
right.
boy. No, we still have, yeah, because both of we pick 3 more.
Let's go. We have another one. Good morning. What's your mark for the day?
26 for why? Why 26?
Well, you can have bacchanal confusion going on all of the place.
We're talking, Mike. No, we need to hear because we just trying to figure out the man. At least you go let we know if you figure out the man. So let me hear.
The police and the one shooting this one is that confusion all over the place.
Oh, so that 26 is what? Where is the name of 26?
26 is foul.
Foul.
Confusion. You know, disarray, bacchanal, you know, all that kind of thing.
All right. All right. Well, put him on 26. He said foul. That is confusion. Bacchanal, police, killing police.
Hi, good morning. Welcome.
Andy.
Hey.
Good morning. But Carnage again.
Yes,
Carnage.
Carnage.
This morning. I like 3 today.
Why 3?
I like him 3.
Yeah.
It's 3 courage.
Courage.
And right now the police are up and down. A lot of police vehicles up and down all over the place looking for them guns. And plus, the funeral homes and them had to be moving bodies from here, moving bodies from there, moving bodies from all about. So courage is a good mark today.
Oh.
If it can play this morning, but somewhere going through the day, she will play.
All right, that 3. Go ahead, let me see. One more. Is one more, Snipes? How much we are there?
One more.
Oh, gosh.
One more.
Well, one more.
You want to take that on your side, or?
If it reach on my side, all the lines are open. Give us that one more mark. Let us know if you beating the man or if you're helping me to beat the man today. Courtesy, the company that loves to give money. NLCB. They just love to give money. And today, money will be given to all of you that log on to the Ground Report to make sure that you all get involved in Andy Pitbull Capich of the day. How many people winning money off for the Pitbull, boy? Thanks, NLCB. I don't know, boy. This is the company that just loves to win money. So one more here. I'm going to give you the numbers. 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp call too. Or they could call you WhatsApp. Or call Talk City Studios, 622-4911, 622-4911. Tell me I want one more on that side. I must have somebody that going and give you a mark today, boy. Yeah. Look, Joyce Ram on Facebook say play 1 fortune and 7 for whole. You know 7 is whole. Some people say 3 and 4 going to.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah, we have a caller.
Yeah, praise the Lord. I like 6.
6? Why, boy? Where went last night? Where like 6? Where do?
Yata belly.
Oh. Yata belly.
Right?
For what? No, we know people listening. People want to know, well, why the 6? They say yata belly. All right, yata belly for what? You impregnate somebody last night?
Yata belly to play that.
Oh, yata belly to play 6. Because 6 and play a while or what? I say the man. I say. Yeah, I agree. I say you went to maybe impregnate a Venezuelan or something. That's why you tell me 6. But you tell me.
Guys, the numbers go as follow today. Good luck to everyone. We had 12 king, 26 foul, 3 carriage, and 6 belly. Andy's capiche for today is number 14.
Yeah.
You minding that?
So let's go for a quick break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. We'll be back.
This Mother's Day, let Mom's World be the focus with 30% off Apex Transitions lenses on complete eyewear. Because her day doesn't slow down and her eyes are constantly adjusting. That's why at Value Optical, we don't guess, we assess. Expert care, precision digital lenses designed for real life. Her world in focus with flexible payment options from CredIQ. Conditions apply. Offer available until May 10th. Value Optical. Expert care for your eyes.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, or what doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union. Your future is safe with us.
Join Eternal Light and Word of Life Communities for a fun-filled Goshen Day fundraiser on Sunday, May 3rd from 7:30 until 6 p.m. at St. Charles Borromeo RC Church, Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna. The day begins with Mass at 7:30 a.m., followed with activities like bingo, hoopla, pick a number, and much, much more. Visit the Health and Wellness booth and check out the variety of plants and books on sale. At Mama's Kitchen, get your delicious treats. Come out and support Goshen Family Fundraiser on Sunday, May 3rd from 7:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. at St. Charles Borromeo RC Church, Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Every morning begins with a story. The headlines you need. The voices you trust. The conversations shaping our nation. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today, where your day starts informed and inspired. News that matters to you. Conversations that spark new ideas. Stories that move Trinidad and Tobago forward. Tune in weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. or join the conversation on any smart device at TNT Today Show. Trinidad and Tobago Today. Start here, exclusively on TTT.
Talk City 91.1. Bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before. A brand new era of talk radio is here.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report. The Ground Report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report. The Ground Report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy. We are back. Time check. It's at 35 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. You're also viewing us on our several social media platforms. I must say a pleasant good morning again to Tobago. Good morning to you. And to all my drivers, all my maxi drivers, taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers, 7-seaters, all my drivers that make sure that the Ground Report are number one in the morning, because you all are commuting thousands of people to and from work around this hour. Good morning to you drivers. Nice, let's continue. What is the latest with the Honorable Minister, my brother?
We are waiting. He's winding up on the next side, and then of course he will. I can almost confirm, but nothing always
positive. Well, all right.
Yeah. So he's being escorted in. So.
Well, all right. So Trinidad and Tobago, our senior Derek Shabadi today taking in front, Officer Shabadi will be having a special guest today between the hours of 12:30 and 1:30 p.m. His special guest will be retired principal of Mokorapo Boys, Miss Hillary Ann Brown. Topic: education system. That's the topic, education system. Oh boy. So what I'm going to do is just play a voice note by the meanwhile, or next voice note by the meanwhile.
Yeah, well, I am not going to make any comment there, because yesterday I was almost castigated for commenting. I'd say that preemptively and so on. So you see, you notice I make sure radio silence went before our comment.
Yes.
I don't want to cross threads with this police officer.
Yeah, exactly, and he's listening. Let's continue with voice notes there, quick.
Everybody here. So I have a few words of the day for Lennox. The first one is admonish. Let me admonish you all.
Don't be talking about international events.
With us, he's elsewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, so you
I watching him, man. I watching.
He just called for you.
Hey. I watching him, man. I watching him all morning. Why is this technology, you know? I see assistant Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, the assistant Homeland Security. Not Homeland. Defense Minister, in fact. The Honorable Wayne Sturge. Yes, Trinidad and Tobago. And it's very important that we get the Honorable Defense Minister, Mr. Sturge, in studio, especially after the whole issue of Venezuela, and we know the radar gone, and that radar, and all those things. And then we also know we see a big catch the other day with the police service, which that all have to do with the defense ministry, where we get through with a couple of illegal immigrants trying to organize to come to Trinidad. Yeah, and we detain, I think it's one person or two people from Trinidad and Tobago that was doing that. So you want to know how the borders are going at this point in time, Trinidad and Tobago borders. We also know the godly minister got the responsibility of those school programs that are very, very important, because people always talking about 1 minute one so, the next minute one so, and that those programs like the MyLab and the Civilian Conservation Corps and the YTEPs and all these various programs, they say it needed to be coordinated better and all those various things. So we know that and all is under the godly minister. And as we say, it have a lot of youths out there that doing nothing and they're harnessing their energy on the blocks among people. So I'll start with my first question and welcome the godly Defense Minister to the Ground Report program in his lovely blue tie, blue suit, and his Trinidad and Tobago button. That's what we're talking about. A pleasant good morning to you, Honorable Mr. Wayne Sturge.
Good morning. Good morning.
Nice. Well, you heard my questions. Lennox Smith will ask you after, but my first question is Trinidad and Tobago borders.
I thought you wasn't mentioning Lennox Smith.
I must mention you.
I want to know, the man is saying, anyhow, this is the Ground Report. I am sure that he's familiar with some of the bantering that will take place here. But go ahead, Andy.
No, well, you will ask your questions right after.
Welcome, Minister.
But we are to welcome the minister, man. What kind of respect you have for big
That means you did not mention me, so therefore is you were disrespectful. But that being as it may, let's get to the question that you asked the minister.
All right. You see embarrassment in front of everybody. You telling the whole world that I disrespectful to you. You're a senior man to me, but let's get to the minister.
After you told me I was to you.
Come on, the minister.
Hey, that's good. The minister has work to do, you know.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Yes.
The border minister, the borders of Trinidad and Tobago and the illegal immigrants. What's the situation with that? And are they still pouring into the country? What goes on with what's the situation with our borders at this point in time?
Well, I think the evidence is there, and you can draw the conclusion. Quite apart from the one you mentioned, you would recall a couple of weeks ago there was also an interception of a vessel which carried not just adult males and females, but children, babies, and even animals. I think a couple cows.
Oh, gosh,
but interceptions are close to 100%. And I mean, you can also use the evidence of the interception when they kidnapped the lady in San Juan, and we were able to intercept before they left our waters. Yes. So that in itself speaks volumes. We are a long way from where we were a year ago. A year ago, only 3 of our vessels were functional. 3 out of 16. We are no longer there. It's not 4, it's not 5, it's not 6, it's above that. It's not perfect, but we have help to complement our efforts on the high seas, so that we have access to things like surveillance equipment such as high altitude drones, satellite imagery, and so on. Our radar is back up working. When we came in, there were 3 or 4 dead zones in places where we shouldn't have dead zones, as I just indicated on TTT. There were dead zones in Carly Bay and Claxton Bay, which are well-known areas for drugs. There was a dead zone in Toko, and we know that drugs and guns come in up that side also. So we've got the radar back up and running. It's 100% now. We have, as I told you, we have access to intelligence, shared intelligence from the U.S., from their assets, their equipment, and our vessels are in where it should be.
But there's a damning statement.
Perfect,
There's a damning statement you now mentioned, Honorable Minister. You said we had dead zones when it comes to radar and picking up, especially in areas where it's known for heavy drugs coming in. Is it that the dead zones is that the radars was not working? Is it that it was switched off? I can understand when it comes to national security, we having dead zones in a country. Was it working? What? All you had to fix it back? What do you mean by dead zones? It was working, it wasn't working?
I'll tell you what a dead zone basically means. There was no coverage for the area.
Right, and why? Why? It wasn't working, the radars?
I don't want to go too deeply into it. Just suffice it to say, because I'm not it wasn't switched off at the radar center. So if you are thinking that those at the radar center may have been complicit, no, that's not correct.
Okay.
But you have to remember that I went to Toko the other day, and there was one of the radar towers right there, and there were some issues, and there were personnel from the radar center there fixing the issues. So the physical infrastructure is out there in the open, and if it's out there in the open, then it's exposed to the elements. The elements would know. So that I am virtually certain it had nothing to do with members of the radar center being complicit.
All right, well, which will mean that the Godly Ministry will organize and at least post security to man the radars, just in case, because remember, we don't know, in case criminal elements deliberately make sure it had dead zones in order for illegal guns and drugs and thing to come in. Right, that was my question. So we realized Trinidad and Tobago have been covered. You also mentioned more boats. We have more patrol boats and all those various things compared to 3 that we had before.
And more to come. And more to come.
Wow, and more to come. So on the grounds now of MILAP and Conservation Corps and all these programs that supposed to be back on board soon for the youths when it comes into harnessing their energy. Because right now they're out there doing nothing. What says thou on that aspect?
It came to cabinet twice, and we sought to have our PermSec and others reduce the cost, because the issue right now is the programs are extremely costly, and when you look at the cost per student, if you apportion it and say it costs this much to educate this student, it is double in some cases, and in some cases triple what you would pay to educate a student at the university. So that was untenable, as we were saying. The program is top heavy, and the salaries are largely inflated.
Wow.
So we sought to in essence, prune it. We came to cabinet, and it has to be further pruned.
Okay.
We are exploring other options. I discussed. I had a discussion with the tertiary education minister to see whether we can absorb some of the programs into UTT and other places, so that we can reduce cost and make better use of what we already have, optimize existing assets.
Nice. Now, Lennox Smith, he have a degree in criminology, Lennox Smith have a degree in criminology.
All right, Andy. Thank you very much for that introduction. But of course, we have 2 state of emergencies initiated under this administration so far.
Yeah.
We also have, of course, the genesis of that. One of which, of course, being made political weather, if you want to call that, by the opposition of your calling for your resignation, one, and two, the situation in Sangre Grande, and of course that incident with respect to the killing of an activist there. I just wanted to, for the purpose of clarity and to finalize and to put closure to this thing, to what extent would you give any kind of credence to some of the issues that emanated from that, inclusive, of course, that your life might have been in danger as well?
Well, let me deal with it head on. I
think we should. Yes,
I did not kill anyone. I did not order the death of anyone.
Right.
And that's something I would never do.
Good.
Now, I find it hypocritical that the person who they are now referring to as a businessman, when he walked just about 3 or 4 times during the campaign last year, when he walked with us and Andy was there, and he could verify it, he was hardly ever there. But when he walked, the same media who now referred to him as a businessman referred to him as a criminal and asked me why I was walking with a criminal. Now, of course, I defended him in the courts for about 27, 28 years.
No, I see. Okay.
And he is from Sangre Grande. That's his area, his hometown. And at that point, I told them, and I'll maintain, I can't prevent people from walking with me.
That's right.
I didn't particularly like what the energy that came with that, because Andy would tell you before they came on board, and they came on board after the election was won.
I see.
Meaning, by early April, we had known. By the time the election was called, we knew we had it in the bag.
Right.
So the writing was on the wall, and he jumped on board after the writing was on the wall. All this talk about he financed the campaign, with whose money? Because I did not get an opportunity to meet the businessman. There were meetings, businessmen calling for meetings with me. And they said, look, they'll handle it. He's from the area. He's a businessman from the area.
Right.
And when they came back, they said, well, these businessmen, not just Grande, but the entire East-West corridor, they met with various businessmen. And when he came back and he said, well, they just wanted to talk. They didn't bring any money.
I see.
Of course, that turned out not to be true. So, in essence, you collected money from all these businessmen, and you spent a portion of it and pocketed the rest of it.
Yeah, purported to support.
Which
the
was,
campaign.
in essence, in keeping with his character. I represented him, so.
Right. So you would have
right,
some
right.
some
and the
insight,
the thing is, then you come to make demands once I become a minister, and say you did what for the campaign. I had a campaign manager, and I told my campaign manager, do not accept money from these people.
Right.
That I would not be accepting money from these people, and he can verify it, and that I would rather keep my distance. Now, the thing is, what he brought was a certain energy. There was a good part of it because all the hype and so on. The bad part of it is that energy came with a lot of punching,
baggage,
marijuana, and every single day fight and cussing, and there were videos where Candy could tell you at the end of each walk, I had to tell them, look, I don't want this around me.
Right.
And in fact, at one stage, I would not tell them where I'm walking the next day. I would do what I had been doing before, and then they'll get wind of where I was walking. By the time they came with their music trucks, it was already dark, and they came to party and have fun, right?
I'm saying, just somebody.
No, let him verify because he was there.
Yeah, he'll get a chance to verify, but I just wanted to conclude this aspect of it, that information reaching us as well, and I take the term that you use, hypocritical, because your opponent, Manu, had that character on board as well.
Exactly.
And of course benefiting for whatever reason, the claims that the opposition is now making. So I find it very, not just disingenuous, but dishonest, that kind of biasness will be ascribed to you. I just wanted to make that point. Go ahead, Andy.
Listen, he was a part of the PNM from the 2013 local government
That's
elections, right up to when he jumped ship in 2025. Right. And he jumped ship, but the reality is, listen, we knew what was going on. He had 1 foot in yellow, 1 foot in red. He maintained.
Right.
He helped the red. So don't come and tell me he didn't help you all. He used one of his warehouses to keep T-shirts, banners, flags. We knew everything.
That new information that has come to the ground report.
Listen, I give no credence. People are free to open them out and talk.
Yes.
The one thing I realize about social media is how stupid people are, and people would come to conclusions on the basis of zero evidence. But what you don't do is you don't dignify that with a response. I know that the police can never come for me for that.
Definitely. But
Right,
based on what the reality is and based on what we know, we thought we should, of course, vent and
Andy's there.
Andy, the floor is yours.
All what it is, Mr. Sturge said there is absolutely truth. Including in the truth of all of that, he used to be very angry because Mr. Sturge is a man, don't drink, he don't smoke. He don't drink and he don't smoke. He don't lime and all them kind of bacchanal thing. And yes, he had a lot of issues based on that type of activities and used to be what we will know as terms as ducking various people, just ducking. And then in the late, they will organize and come. The next thing is, when it comes into campaign funds, it was never like that. Just as he said, it was never like that. So I can't verify exactly how that aspect went with the individual and their people. But when it comes into Mr. Sturge, it wasn't like that. The money I used to see him going to the bank sometimes and organizing with his own money.
Right. And sometimes when I went I will see him coming out with his bag as well at headquarters. But that being as it may, it has been a year so far. What accomplishments would you say that the ministry under your guidance and stewardship would have achieved, and what are some of the things that are planned moving forward, having regard, of course, to the current and probably future situation with respect to crime and, of course, cross-border and border issues for which you have specific responsibility?
Well, in terms of the achievements, obviously, would be the 42% reduction in the murder rate. There's a reduction in violent crime generally. We don't expect in a society like ours to have 0%.
Right. No society, in fact.
No society.
That's easy.
But there are some societies that come pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah, but never 100%.
Right.
So we know that.
But as I indicated in an interview just now, you have to disaggregate the murders and compartmentalize. And that's what we did early in the game. We, in essence, said, listen, there was 620-something murders in 2024. What portions could have been attributed to hits coming from the inside? What portions related to turf wars? What portion could be attributable to crimes of opportunity, like you go to rob or you kidnap and you kill, that sort of thing? And what portion would be, in essence, domestic?
Good.
Which includes crimes of passion.
Yes.
Crimes of passion, that would be something you fix in the long term. Because to fix that, you have to fix mindset. You have to fix values. You have to fix culture. You're a criminologist as
definitely.
Right. But people are not too concerned about fixing crime in the long term. They don't want to see the results 10 years on the road. They want that.
That's right. Immediate gratification. Yes.
And that's the proximal causes of crime. Mm-hmm. So in the proximal causes, we had to deal with the proximal causes. Yes. Communication from within the prison was responsible for a large chunk of the murders. You've seen what happened. It was at an opportune time when things were being planned, and we, in essence, prevented communication in a sustainable way, not where you simply go into your cells, take the phones, and the next day new phones come.
Yeah, that's right. You have a recidivist sort of arrangement.
You put them in a situation where they absolutely cannot communicate.
That's right.
Or you severely restrict their ability to communicate to the outside world. You've seen the results of that.
Yes.
We have a 42% decline in murders. We had hoped to have ZOSO passed. We are still, we have to work without it in the interim. I'm sure it will be passed eventually. So that's one of the plans we have, to pass it. We will get it passed.
Stick up in there before we go to the future, the little minute time we have. And that is ZOSO. Many persons are unaware of the social intervention aspect of that. In fact, I'm sure that if that was the focus, the independent senators, at least, barring, of course, the political agenda of the opposition, but the independent senators might have had a difference in terms of their approach, and maybe we might have a ZOSO now, because people in Laventille and these places that need that kind of intervention, that the legislation would have mandated the government to engage, I think, have been lost by many, and therefore I think is a golden opportunity for you to tell us what we have missed in terms of that, as it was. I know you have to amend it to suit the passage, but I mean then.
Well, my view, and I'm a criminal defense attorney. The Attorney General is a constitutional lawyer of repute,
yes,
of note. So I would,
John Jeremy, yes.
I would always yield to his wisdom and his experience and his acumen. But my own view, having read the cases they keep referring to on Section 13 of the Constitution, that's Suraj and Surat,
yes,
Al-Rawi's favorite cases. My own view is that we did not need a special majority. My own view is that it could have been passed with a simple majority, because the only two parts where there were infringements to Section 4 and 5 would relate to the cordon, because it limits movement, and the curfew.
Yes, people. Unfortunately, we have to go for the news, but Mesa, you'll wait until after. Yes. So we go for news.
Making the news at this time. Investigations are continuing into the tragic death of 7-year-old Angelica Jogi, who was fatally injured during a jet ski incident at Pigeon Point earlier this month. Senior Superintendent Rodel Kirk of the Tobago Division of the TNT Police Service gave an update on the police inquiries.
We will approach the DPP. And the reason being, we are comfortable that where we are in terms of the statements that we obtained, that we can approach the DPP relative to, seeking advice as to if there is anything further that we can do, or anything additionally. We'll ask for that advice.
Superintendent Kirk described the matter as unique and stressed the need for the police to thoroughly investigate the matter before moving on to the next stage.
You have to be thorough, so you have to explore all the options available, because the main purpose of the police is to ascertain whether there is criminal liability in the act which occurred. Right? You have to look at that. In spite of what it looks as on the surface, we have to make sure that when we do our investigation, we do it in accordance with the SOPs and the guidelines afforded to us as police officers who treat with these matters on a daily basis.
Kirk appealed to members of the public for patience, assuring that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service remains committed to a careful and transparent process aimed at establishing whether any criminal liability exists in Angelica's death. In other news, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, SC, says the UWI South Campus, Pinal Debe, was 75% complete when her administration left office in 2015, noting that the project was at an advanced stage at that time.
2015, this campus was 75% complete. The opening was expected to be in 2016. Of course, none of that happened. After 2015, not open. 2019, as the young lady told us, was used as a COVID facility. The costs continue to rise from $499 million TT to $600 million TT dollars. No students enrolled.
Speaking during a visit to the facility on Monday, ahead of its potential opening in September, the Prime Minister noted that they are now working to bring full restoration to works at the campus.
I'm told that 10 major tenders have been initiated to cover the full restoration works. Is that correct from your reporters? And that a project administration and monitoring services has been awarded, as I said, to Acuitas Caribbean Facilities Management Company Limited at a really reasonable cost. And again, I thank them very much for their work and helping us realize this dream here.
The Prime Minister said a feasibility of other areas to be housed at the UE South Campus, such as a forensic science complex, a national security training facility, training in law enforcement technology, and emerging fields such as artificial intelligence. She also gave a timeline for the completion of repairs.
So we are proposing to try to get it done by mid-August. May the good Lord make it happen. But do not hold us to ransom if it comes the day after August, the first day in September. But we are working.
In sport, the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force were bowled out for 175 in their first innings on day 2 of round 2 in the West Indies Championship at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in Antigua. Jit Gooley top scored for the Red Force with 51 not out, and Kelvin Pittman, the pick of the Leeward's bowlers, claiming 6 wickets for 52. In reply, the Hurricanes are in a strong position in their second innings, reaching 136 for 6 with Mikhail Lewis anchoring the innings with a solid 73. But Jaden Seals went on a bowling rampage for the Red Force, taking 6 for 33. The Hurricanes currently lead by 95 runs with 4 wickets in hand heading into day 3. And that was your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. From the entire team here to you, have a great day.
From now until May 31st, double the deals and double the possibilities with Eastern Credit Union's Dream Deals.
Fuel your future with Dream Deals. Borrow smart. Dream bigger. Feel that freedom. Renovations. Education. Start investing. Double deal combos on your vision. No stressing. Fuel your future with Dream Deals. Borrow smart. Dream bigger.
Get a loan for repairs, education, or both. You can win cash and shares. Dream Deals from Eastern Credit Union, leading the way. Loan subject to approval. Normal lending criteria and special conditions apply. Promotion approved by the NLCB.
But Johnny, how come your house is twice the size of mine, but my bill is twice the cost of yours? Johnny, what's going on, boy? How your bill so low? How your bill so low? I conserving energy. I switch your LED. At the stun of the AC, and I'm saving real money. It's our responsibility for a brighter TNT. Cut the waste and you would see. Why everybody asking me? They asking how you been so low? How you been so low? TN Tech, powering the nation into the next generation.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
Bang, bang, bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. Time check, it's 6 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock, and you're listening to the Ground Report right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. Let me say thanks so much to the godly minister for just holding on a little bit so we can clear up the air on some of the things. One of the things I want to throw out, because as the Ground Report is again, murder. Yes, he talked about deduction. In various murders, we had to categorize the various murders. But people fed up because they're saying it's a curfew, which is a SOE. And some people are calling for curfew by the Prime Minister. She said, well, now she don't think it's needed. But people now are watching the government, in which he's a part of this government. But the continuous murders. Right, you. Now it's a police station and the third child in a car and all those various things. And the buck stops with them. Wow, what is the short-term plan?
Well, yes, Andy, of course, we did say this morning, but perception seemed to be the bugbearer because, of course, around this time last year, it was about 120. And right now, of course, it's 109. So therefore, there is a incremental reduction in reality, but yet still, of course, people's perception is the issue. And of course, the minister have asked him to, of course, tell us the future as well. So in his wrapping up, I know that he has to leave. He just have a couple more minutes with us. So, Minister, the ball is in your court.
Well, I was just telling you about my views on why I felt we could proceed with Zoso with a simple majority.
Yes.
I was telling you, in essence, the only two rights really infringed would be infringed by the curfew. And the coding.
And the coding.
And it's not the entire country. It's not even an entire constituency. It's not even an entire town.
Right.
It's a very small
geographic area.
Right.
Okay.
So that we limit. If I say it wouldn't be Belmont, but if you have to do Zoso in Belmont, you'll have to lock down, let's say, Bella Road, where I live for some time.
Specific area.
Right. So that people
demarcation.
cannot leave.
Right.
There are several places in Bella Road you can leave from. You cordon those areas off, and you have a curfew.
Right.
Because Bella Road is responsible for a lot of the killings. Right. In fact, I think the victim or victims, some of them from the quadruple murder the other night, are either from Bella Road or associated with Bella Road. Right? Serrano Road, I also lived there for a time. That's also a killing field. And if you have to have Zoso, you don't lock down the whole of Belmont. You don't even lock down the entirety of St. Francois Valley Road or Belmont Valley Road.
And
you lock down that street.
And even in such circumstances where people have to leave, they make special applications. Because there will be this committee that will be looking at that.
Right. And the thing is, the curfew is not going to be for a month or even a week.
Right.
It's in the legislation how long the curfew could last or should last at most.
Yeah.
Right? So it's to allow for a targeted approach to go after specific people, to search certain properties and so on. That would be the only two instances where there might be breaches.
Offended the Constitution.
And the thing is, the Privy Council has said that if what you are trying to do is rationally connected to the aim you're trying to achieve, which is to get the gang leaders, get the guns and so on, then you are not afoul. You do not run afoul of Section 13 of the Constitution.
Yeah, because it's public interest, really, that is being served.
So the measures are rationally connected to the aim. So we would not have run afoul. Of course, but the Attorney General he's a very bright man. He's a very principled man, and he's a very careful man.
Right.
As a criminal lawyer, I might have a different type of swagger. I say, let's just go through with this. They'll take it to the courts, and we'll fight them there, and we'll win, right? So the other part is when I listen to the contributions of the independent senators in particular, because the PNM, they're hypocrites.
Of course.
That Kareem Marcel saying it died in cabinet. That Faris brought it to cabinet and it died in cabinet. And then you have Faris saying he never brought it at all because the opposition didn't reply to a letter he had sent. I didn't know that the opposition could influence.
That's right. The cabinet and the government of the country, yes.
So forget about them. They're hypocrites. But the independent senators, it was apparent, one, that many of them didn't read the bill.
Yeah, it's clear to me as well. I'm a bystander, third party, and a citizen. But how didn't read this part of the bill that is so critical and relevant? But go ahead.
If you look at all of the contributions, and then you look at some of the amendments they suggested, and I have to ask myself, this worked in Jamaica. The bill we have is virtually identical to the Jamaican model. If the Jamaican model works, and you are bringing the identical thing here, why would you try to fix something that works elsewhere? Why not implement it as they have in Venezuela in the same terms, and if it needs amendments, you come to amend it. But you want to fix something that is perfect, that starts off as perfect in Jamaica, and you haven't tested, but all of a sudden you have all these ideas.
That you come moment, a sudden bout of brilliance. But future now.
We are we ministry wise, we in essence we are happy with the border. It's not perfect, but we are happy. We are taking measures to strengthen it, to further strengthen it, and increase capacity, so we have redundancies and so on, because things happen from time to time. We already have layers so that if you in essence manage to get past the naval assets, we can deal with you.
Be deployed.
Yeah. So we have things, when the mobile units come on board and they are strategically placed, that would be another aspect. But we are moving to, in essence, totally lock down the borders, make it impenetrable.
Futuristically, of course. But I know that you may be limited in terms of what you can tell us.
Yeah.
But certainly the relationship with foreign powers, including, of course, the United States, and how they are impacting on our.
They've been very helpful. They turn out to be a very reliable partner, and they continue to be. We had meetings with them up till recently, the MLO and the a team from Southcom to assess our needs and assess what they can provide. What we are looking for in short order would be some of the boats, the power boats that they've seized in the U.S., the seized assets, so that we can get access to those.
Right.
Because we want to be able to, if you have drug dealers coming with these 40-foot boats with 4 onboard engines, we want to be able to have something to match that.
To compete.
Yeah, so if we...
you want something
so
equally...
if the U.S. seized their assets, we could use the same assets. But they've, in essence, we've agreed that they would provide certain things. Most of it at no cost. Some would have a cost attached to maintenance and training and things like that, but it's minimal.
All right, so that would be the future, because I mean that what you're saying will impact, of course, on homeland, and therefore, of course, so when we get Roger here, we will talk to him on homeland security.
You know, the thing is, sometimes you look at social media and laugh, but the thing is, Roger Alexander is underestimated. Roger Alexander, he enjoys his job and it shows, but he's a very intelligent man, so don't underestimate him.
Right. Well, I not, but of course the public out there may have a different view.
No,
so
Trinidadians laugh at everything and make light of everything.
Any parting words that you would want to share with the national community? I mean, it's the anniversary of the administration in the first year, and I'm sure that there's celebrations, of course, on the 25th and all of that. So.
Well, the parting words is, in essence, have faith. You have to do your part. Citizens have to do their part, and we'll do our part to ensure that we have a further reduction. Those who are saying too much murders, what happened for the last few years? In 2024, you had 20 something.
Statistics.
Yeah. So I mean, quadruple murder is a big thing. It doesn't happen very often. When it happens, particularly when a child is involved, it is heart-wrenching, right? Regrettably, that's where we are with the gangs and so on. We've, in essence, prevented, in large part, the influx of firearms and so on, the proliferation through the borders.
And drugs as well.
And drugs, yes. But you have to remember, and it's a matter of record, that most of the illegal guns come through legal ports. So we're also trying to fix that part. Once we could get a grip on that, you will see, and we extract what already is out in the public space, then I think you'll see, I'm hoping, it is our hope, that the murder rate can every year go down by about 50, 60. So this year we are hoping for about under 300, and then we keep going like that.
And I'm sure that it will be achieved. Andy, your favorite minister, any parting words?
All I want to say is thanks so much again for bringing the information right here on the Ground Report program. It was nice that you can leave one part and come right here. And hey boy, at least the air have been cleared when it comes to campaign and campaign funds and this and that and all of it go. As we said, Mr. Main Sturge is a fella, don't smoke, he don't drink. And yes, he had an issue with all that kind of dramas during the elections. It is what it is. It also confirmed that election, that campaign did not cost that money. It had no way. That campaign cost that type of money that people are portraying. That campaign cost. That is far from the truth. The other truth to that is he was taking money out of his own pocket to organize, to facilitate activists that really and truly sacrifice, come out there, you know, that again money to travel to do this, to come out, you know, and he was facilitating all of those things, including helping people, whether it be using his influence based on getting little water tanks and all those various things for some people, and it was ongoing. So everything that was said there by the Honorable Minister when it coming to the campaign and Grandy is he truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Oh boy, so thanks so much, Brother Sturge, for blessing us here at Underground Report.
Is that the first time, and it will not be the last time either?
No. So long she reach TTT, he had to come here on the Ground Report.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Well, of course, he is on his way out. People, of course, we want to thank him for gracing us with his presence. Of course, the Minister of Defense, Wayne Sturge, Honorable, and we will be examining what we have just gleaned from the interview, but after the break. So after the break.
Yeah.
Is your business experiencing the following symptoms? Not enough customers, low sales, slow cash flow. It's time for your business to be seen and heard by thousands of potential customers inside this new, exciting television and social media feature.
Welcome.
The 1020 with Junior K. Up for this exciting challenge and confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Voices you know, trust, and respect are the very best in talk. Talk City 91.1.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago continues to deepen its people-centered approach to service delivery, as the Ministry of Culture and Community Development brought its Community Outreach Initiative to Penal. Speaking at the event, Minister of Culture and Community Development, the Honorable Michelle Benjamin, underscored that the initiative reflects a deliberate policy direction led by Prime Minister the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa SC to ensure governance remains accessible and responsive.
This initiative is an initiative that is brought to you by the government of Trinidad and Tobago, one that is led by our Honorable Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa, your MP. I want to begin by sincerely thanking the Honorable Prime Minister for this initiative here today, for her continued commitment and vision that ensures government remains close to the people to serve the people, and that is our mandate.
The outreach program, which has already made stops in Tableland, Princestown, Toko, and Sangre Grande, continues to expand its national footprint. At the heart of the initiative is a strong focus on convenience and efficiency. For residents, the opportunity to access a wide range of public services in a single location represents a significant shift in how government engages with communities.
Not always you're going to see every government institution under one roof. Today, you have over 41 agencies under one roof. Again, I want to thank the regional corporations that came together with my ministry to make this initiative a success. This is the commitment of this government to remain grounded, to remain connected, and to remain with you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Minister of Culture and Community Development, the Honorable Michelle Benjamin. The Community Outreach Initiative continues to stand as a clear example of the administration's drive to modernize public service delivery, bringing government closer to citizens, strengthening institutional coordination, and ensuring that no community is left behind.
This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Know what that's the sound of? The absolute glee and excitement you'll feel with a hassle-free loan from Island Finance. Yippee! Weekend in St. Lucia? Give it to yourself. That double-door fridge? Give it to yourself. A short course to help you upskill? Give it to yourself. Yippee! Apply online or via WhatsApp at 483-8117. And whatever you want, give it to yourself with a hassle-free loan from Island Finance.
Subject to credit approval and documents verification.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, we are back. Time check, it's approximately 23 minutes past the hour. Yes, it's 23 minutes past the hour to past 8. And you're listening to the Ground Report. So what we're going to do is just go into the word of the day. Let's get the 2 words from you all. And as we done that, we will go into all the topics that was brought up on the frontliners and the interview that was done by Mr. Sturge when it coming to where we at, where we want to be, and how the future going to be. So
and of course, all the calls that were being made and all the directions, of course, and the poison arrows in the way of the minister and the parliamentary representative for that particular area that was under heavy scrutiny and criticism by the opposition. What you would have learned today is that the very PNM, the candidate, Monroe, was a beneficiary of the largesse, if you want to call that, or the support of the very individual. So it is not just disingenuous, but certainly dishonest to, of course, appear to be in a situation of hypocrisy where people see in others that which is in them. I think that may be the appropriate cliche to conclude this situation. But let's go straight to the word of the day. Yes, you are invited, of course, now to make your calls. Of course, you test my vocabulary.
You're moving up.
Again, to test my vocabulary, and at the same time, we learn something together. Of course, whether you are at the university level, secondary level, primary level, and even in between or below, the fact is that this is about expanding your vocab so that you can express yourself. So that is what this segment provides. And of course, we have our eagle eye on the business community. If you wanted to continue, if you like it, then of course make an investment right here on Talk City 91.1, of course, and preferably on the Ground Report. But if it spreads throughout the system, well, nothing wrong with that. It means, therefore, you would be doing human service to your country and those persons who have an inclination to be limited in terms of their expression capacity because of a limited vocabulary. So, I'm saying all of that to try to make up time so that somebody could get into their dictionary, whether electronic or hard copy, and tell us a word.
Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Caller, go ahead.
A pleasant good morning, Andy, Mr. Lennox, and Director Snipes. The word of the day is orthography.
Orthography.
O-R-T-H-O-G-R-A-P-H-Y.
G-R-A-P-H-Y?
Yes.
P-H, right? P-H?
Let me go again.
Right.
O-R
Yeah.
T-H-O
Mm-hmm.
G-R-A-P-H-Y.
P-H-Y, right. That's what I got. All right, okay. That's an area that I love to use as an object lesson for some of my students who have difficulty with spelling, because it has to do with spelling. Am I correct, first and foremost?
Yes.
Yes, right. And why orthography is important is because many students, for example, they may identify themselves with, let's say, a car, but because they may have never seen the word itself before, which must be arranged in a particular way. So a car would be made up, let's say, of R, A and a C, but you can't say RAC and say it's car. You must be able to arrange it properly. And really and truly, orthography provides that benefit, that angle where people could appreciate spelling, because it's all about spelling the word, of words in any language for that matter. But in this case, of course, we're talking about the English language. So thank you very much for that for that one. Anything you want to mention about orthography?
Well, you're correct. It's the word or language or how it's spelled, or two, the art of writing words according to how it's spelled. Correct.
Spelled, that's right. Yes. Thank you very much, Miss. You have been consulting your dictionary, no doubt.
And it's also a noun for the children who's listening.
Yes. Orthography. Yes, the name of something. Yeah, idea. Idea could be something that you name, which of course would generate a noun in the grammatical sense. Yeah. Anything else?
No, thank you, gentlemen, and have a blessed day.
Same to you.
Bye, Andy.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Come on, one more.
Learn a word, orthography.
Yes. I hear you there. Oh boy. So one more call, one more word. And then of course I'll give you mines for the day. But that word, if you hear it, you would never believe, well, that is what it means, eh?
I agree, and that is why it's so important, to know, so that that's why I use the simple start in such a scenario like a car. Yes, say I know that you may not have seen it before. So if a fellow is 16 years, because we have gotten that has been the experience at MLIO, 16-year-olds, and people laughing and things. And when another colleague of theirs laugh because they can't spell car, I would use the same example, that they know what a car is, all of that, but they may not have seen the word itself, and therefore don't understand how the letters of the word come together in order to form the word car. And therefore you can't falter that person for that in that context. But what I normally would do is give the person who laughing a harder word to spell. And then all smiles done. All smiles done. All smiles done. Yeah, because he would now be the subject, or he or she would be the subject now of laughter. So that you don't vex, or you do not express any kind of disrespectful or disgraceful attitude to anybody, because they may not be able to spell a particular word, even though it may be commonplace. But there would have been circumstances why that is so. A word simple as car, C-A-R.
Nice.
I have a few words of the day for Lennox. The first one is admonish. Let me admonish you.
One you have.
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right, but he sent that one in a voice note.
Oh, a voice note. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Send it. We'll take it.
Morning, everybody here. So I have a few words of the day for Lennox. The first one is admonish. Let me admonish you all. Don't be talking about international events in Iran and all of that stuff and trying to connect it to.
Nice. So admonish, Lennox Smith.
It means warning. You are trying to discipline someone. So you admonish, you're warning them, not to do something. Usually it is as a consequence of some kind of observation, but you are warning them of a particular event or some circumstance that you may be disappointed with, or the person did not take on board. Yeah.
Nice.
To admonish. Yeah.
And what's your word for today?
Oh yes. So yeah. Very simple words. Cash. I say so, not C-A-S-H, but C-A-C-H-E, because that's the word. When you use that word C-A-C-H-E, that's a cash of arms. So you don't say the same thing as if it's cash money. So C-A-S-H, cash money, but that cash, C-A-C-H-E, get the difference? C-A-C-H-E. means, of course, a place where you store things. And it could be, of course, money as well, but it's a cache of arms, a cache of jewelry.
But it sound like cash on the whole.
There are words that are called homonyms, where, of course, they have a similar pronunciation, but they would spell differently. And therefore, you have to be able to distinguish.
Hold on, you have a word there?
Andy, yes. Reprobate.
A reprobate is awful person. A reprobate. We would normally politically describe people as reprobate. They are immoral and they are not in keeping with the standards of behavior that one would like.
And phenomenon.
You get my next one too? Inexplicable.
Yes,
a phenomenon is something you cannot explain. A phenomenon.
Oh, okay. All right, Andy.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Oh boy, so that's it, Trinidad and Tobago.
Andy boy, they coming hard, boy.
Real hard. They're coming real hard. They ain't easy.
Yeah, they're easy. But that's good. It shows that the people are looking into their dictionaries and they are taking note. Of course, my word for today, of course, is cash, C-A-C-H-E. Right, that cash meaning, of course, that a place where you keep valuable things, a cache of arms, etc., number, things like that. Whereas the CASH, of course, is money. We go for the break, and when we come back more on this edition.
But before I go, you spell your cash spell how you say? I think you spell it wrong, but is it not
C-A-C-H-E? C-A-C-H-E.
Right. Okay. Correct. All right, man. Yeah. We go for that break, man. Come back.
Yeah.
The plays that shake the arenas. The stories that move a nation.
I'm waiting for a super. I've got to go quick.
From football to cricket, track to tennis, every win, every rivalry, every headline. This is where Trinidad and Tobago come for sports.
TTT Sports. Committed, accurate, relevant.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, our doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union. Your future is safe with us.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1. Bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Jerry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Your news, anytime, anywhere. TTT News brings you the facts that matter most. On air and online. More ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
Before the sun, before the road, the talk starts here. Talk City 91.1.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked!
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, time check. It's 37 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. A pleasant good morning to Tobago. A pleasant good morning to all drivers. And for all of you that are looking to us on our several social media platforms. Good morning to each and every one of you. While we continue all the issues, well, we know some of the issues that was raised this morning is the babies and them. I'm organized with some voice notes here.
But I want to commend you for asking the minister, because I wasn't aware, of the fact that MyTap and MyLap and the Citizen Contribution Corps was under his
You're too good. You're too good.
Oh boy. Are you hearing me better now?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I was saying that I want to commend you for, of course, raising the issue about MyTap, MyLap, and Citizen Conservation Corps and departments or
why
organizations like. Well, I wonder why, boy. Let me try the other one.
Try right. Leave your mic right there. Maybe it was too close. Leave it right there. Right, go ahead.
Leave it right there?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. All right, maybe. So I'm doing it bad.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that the minister was far away from his mic and he was saying him nice. So I bring mine too close. All right, good. Tell you what, I was saying that I want to commend you for the introduction that you make of YTAP. I think it's YTAP and MyLap and others here, and Citizen Conservation Corps, because that is the way that we have to go. But yesterday I did mention that when I met with Mr. Manning and said how that should be streamlined
and structured properly.
So when we went for the break, I was able to convince the minister that is the way you have to go. But of course, there is a prohibitive financing of that. But I told him, and I think in principle, I think he went away with understand that we could do it for much cheaper. And I did mention to him what I mentioned yesterday, that I'm prepared to work for free, because I know that if that is not done to achieve a sustainable reduction and not a deterrent, I should say, not a punishment per se, but a deflection by young people away from a life of crime.
I hear you, boy, but boy, I want snipes and to listen to you sounding like you're underwater. I hear you.
I don't know why.
You're clear, but I don't know if you had to bend the mic. I don't know, but you're sounding.
Well, but
it has to be from your side, Andy, because he's loud and clear over here. Nothing changed. He didn't move closer or away from the mic.
No, well, look, I hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
So this, all right. So I'm saying that is the direction, and he gave some information, which of course I would not share with the public now, as to what are some of the plans with respect to that, because that is the way you have to go. You have to be prophylactic, meaning that you have to be preventive. So you stop those young ones who may gravitate to a life of crime, and then you have those who are engaged and are glorifying and making them believe that is a rosy scenario, and that's how they indoctrinate or they get them involved. And next thing, that wicked cycle continues. We have to break that cycle. So we have to first, those who are in the primary system, we stop them from gravitating, and those who come out of the secondary system, we maintain that scenario. And then those who are actually engaged, we have to have a special program for them. And I told him that it is not like live sports, for example, and with no criticism to anybody, but the fact is that you cannot have people who are part of the problem to be the administrators to solving a particular problem. You could only have a proliferation or a broadening or deepening or widening or increase in the problem. You cannot do that. You have to have people from outside, but of course include them as object lesson elements, as the case may be. In other words, I remember very distinctly a fella was working on the wharf, he built the house and so on, and he piped out the whole house. Well, I took up the whole school, over 300 of them on a Friday, and cried them up by the house. I said, listen, you would like to have a house like that if you could imagine how it was. They say all of them said yes, and I say, well, listen, you see how it is there now? No windows, no toilets, etc. I said, well, that fellow was a supervisor on the wharf, and because of cocaine, he was. That is the consequence. So please, don't get involved. It's those kinds of things we are.
I know while he was there, you would have. I know while he was there, you would have engaged him based on that, because I did hear you yesterday mentioning about it needs to streamline the streamlining of those programs, because you say it's somehow, you notice I mentioned that thing, that some people are saying that it's somehow not connected. 1 minute one thing, next minute next thing, and they're not streamlined.
And what many of them may not know, as I said, that's many of them who are so inclined, right? They docile, they're not on crime and so on. They will go program hopping. So, and every one of these programs are law unto themselves or island unto themselves, and they start at different times. No, you don't do that. You bring everything under one. Have a same time to begin, time to end, and at the end of it all, of course, you use state resources, whether it's the telephone and so on, to call a private business person in order to send them straight into a program. But of course, you catch them when September comes, and not leave them to idle and to be exposed to those negative elements who will encourage them to engage in crime and criminal behavior, of course, and gangs, etc. So that the solutions are right there.
So but I'm saying that
they have the wrong people to, of course, conduct or to advise them. And after a year, I think I am obligated, being part of the coalition of interests, to, of course, make my position clear and to, of course, make an intervention.
Nice. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Nobody here again. So you all are the Interior Minister, and it's good that they seem to have focused on securing the border first to create a contained environment. They're asking for aid from the US for their aerial assets. You know, nobody said these things, right? And it's good to see that it's happening. And nobody also wrote, and yes, I'm a nobody. And nobody also wrote back in 2019 a dissertation that I sent to Lennox Smith, the Ground Report, and other people in the media. And one of the only recommendations I made as far as assets that the Coast Guard should have, or national security, are 6 unmanned aerial vehicles that can remain aloft for about 24 hours. Why 6? 2 airborne at any given time, 2 in port ready to take up duty, and 2 in maintenance. The rule of thirds, right? So it's good to see these things are coming. I'm sure they're getting their Damon vessels. I mean, the minister, I guess he wasn't in a political fighting mode, but the reason why our borders were porous for so long is not because we didn't have assets. The People's Partnership bought all the really necessary assets we needed. That was the Damon purpose. 12 vessels to secure 6 coastlines, right? And the PNM parked them up out of spite. They were brand new, best technology in the world, CX technology. And they went and bought 2 Cape-class vessels, which have problems. So he probably wasn't in the mood to go into all of that, but it needs to be said. So it's good to see that these things are coming back. What I would encourage the minister to do, if you're going to be buying anything, buy aerial drones. You yourself admitted it this morning. You're getting that aerial coverage from aerial surveillance from the US right now. But we need to get our own.
Andy morning, Lennox, Snipes. And you're just going to let Lennox know that the word is not pronounced cash, it's cache. A cache of arms. Not a cache of arms, Lennox. A cache of arms. Right? And I don't mean to be like the person who always arguing that you don't pronounce properly. This one is pronounced cache.
You want me to respond to that? Well, let me respond to that. You better talk to the other news announcers as well, because that is how it is pronounced here, cash. But I have no difficulty in saying cache. But I want to tell you that, of course, if somebody say a cache of arms, I will know it is spelled CACHE. Right?
Oh boy.
Sorry about that, but I was invited, and therefore
You know, you don't have to defend everything.
Of course I do that. I was invited, so I couldn't resist.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Morning, Lennox. Morning, Snipes. Morning to all ground reporters who streaming on the World Wide Web. And those who are in foreign, good morning to each and every one of you. Hey, Andy, I is a man that just sit down and listen and look and watch and observe. You know, because at the end of the day, no is a man like I read fire in my blood. But something I listened on the news, I think it's last night or night before, pertaining to the opposition leader making some comments on our former Prime Minister at this point in time. And it was pertaining to crime. And I was asking myself how I was not hearing this woman all the time when her party was in government, when Mr. Rowley was the Prime Minister. And to me, I believe murders were skyrocket, sky high. You understand? And they come out of office with murders sky high. I don't understand what if they wanted this former Prime Minister to wave a magic wand to solve this crime one time, you know. But at the end of the day, remember, we as citizens in Trinidad and Tobago, we have to do our part and play our part. And this is what led me to understand that, you know, yes, we have police, good police officers, yes, still we have bad police officers, but at the end of the day, we have police that living in all these communities that does be taking part in crime and that does be associated in these kind of killing and thing. But to me, I believe the officers on them will not put a hand in that, or at least put it out there in the sense of why they're scared of their family. You understand? They're scared that if you know they do the right thing, which is the job, what will be the repercussion on the family? And I tell you, that goes to all police officers that lives in these communities, that live in Trinidad and Tobago. And do a statistic. Lennox and can tell you, majority, look how much police we have in Diego Martin, Bagatelle environs, living in Bagatelle environment. Look how much police. You feel they don't know or understand what is taking place in the community, and they could push a button or do certain things to help curb crime in the community. But it's the backlash. It's the backlash because some of them, before they even join the police service, the family work hard, build up a nice little home to make sure the family happy and thing. And to run and lead that boy, some of them does think it does be hard. So this is why crime will hardly really get to solve now, boy, Andy, boy, because that's just how it is now, boy. Officers don't feel the police and them don't know what's going on, who is criminal and who is not criminal. But it have a backlash now, boy. Lock on and listen, love in the house. I'll leave that for a little reminisce all your mind on now, boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. A quote from Nathaniel. Surround yourself with people who makes you happy. People who make you laugh. Who help you when you are in need. People who gently cares. Or genuinely, in fact, genuinely cares. They are the ones worth keeping in your life. Anyone else is just passing through. Our next quote, that is a quote yesterday, now today. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you will be among the stars. Remind us to aim high and strive for our goals. Even if they seem out of our reach, with determination and hard work, we can achieve great things. All right, thanks, Nathaniel.
Yes, of course, we have to go for the break. We have to go for the final break before, I believe it might be, before, of course, we make our departure. So, people, of course, stay tuned. We are here, and, of course, 91.1 Talk City, the Ground Report. When we come back, more.
Tune in to the Holy Trinity Cathedral program on Talk City 91.1 FM every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Mark your calendar. It's a great way to stay connected with the spiritual reflections, uplifting messages, and community updates right here with us on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, or what doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union. Your future is safe with us.
Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Hey Trisha, I ain't seen you in a while. How business going?
Boy, business real slow these days, you know, and advertising expensive.
You for real? You ain't hear about SBP?
What is that?
Small Business Package. You can advertise your business on radio. They cater for your budget.
You serious?
Yes, girl. Them fellas are Next 99.1, Sweet 100.1, and Talk City 91.1. Real bigging up your thing.
What? No way. Tell me where, when, and how.
Call 622-4141. That number is 622-4141. And for more information, you can email tttsales@ttt.co.tt.
I heading down Marfal Road now. That's something too good to be true.
From the road to the radio, Talk City 91.1.
This is Destra. Right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it locked.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Nice, and next more information that coming in. And we have to organize and watch what's good. So I'll just forward this to the minister when that time reaches. They say a manager, somebody sent a private note saying a manager assigned to the Northwest making recommendations for daily paid staff with no qualifications and promoting employees in monthly paid positions. One employee who was promoted made the company end up in the high court, and was promoted from daily paid to monthly paid based on a recommendation by the manager assigned to Northwest. This same manager was responsible for taking disciplinary actions against the said employee. Deliberately cover up a criminal investigation which making the company had to pay a lawsuit. The daily was promoted to a range 28/32 post. If you all want the case number for verifications, you all can get that. Well, I mean, if we want the case number for verifications, in which it is this person is saying. The department close to the prison's administration building. Oh boy, the person saying they surely will drop out of the union this week. So there's all kind of things going on in Wassa. What we go say? So I know I'll say to get promoted.
I see the minister is complaining, if that is the right choice of word, with respect to persons who may be engaged in sabotaging some of the installations. And he's, of course, cautioning against that. To use Mr. Nobody's word, he's admonishing the public to so disengaged. And I think, so that piles on some of the challenges of WASA at this point in time. I wonder who would want to interfere with that to prohibit that life-saving, that very important life-giving material from people. I'm talking about water here.
People who thinks like the cops that was involved in that heinous crime, there is a very, very serious security brief. Let me take this voice, no day.
Morning, the ground report. Yes, Lennox, you're so right. Catches where they store.
Yeah, all you know there's used catch. I don't know why
just now,
Morning, the ground report. Yes, Lennox, you're so right. Catches where they store information. Caches where they store ammunition. Catches where they store money. Catches like a vault.
Cash is like a vault.
Yeah, and it is pronounced cash. The caller is saying that it's pronounced cache. I suppose if you're using French, you'd use an accent over the final E to change the sound of that. But neither here nor there, whether you use cache or you use cash, the fact is, once you spell it correctly, if you're writing it, and of course, if you could explain which cache you're talking about, or cache, as the case may be, then of course you're in the right place, because it is about communication. When the other party could understand, that is important. But you can't use, for example, like a former minister say, you want to say paradigm, and then he say paradigm. I mean, you brutalize the word.
Nice. So Trinidad and Tobago, it's 1 minute to the hour. Don't forget Corridor Transformation tonight. Yes, at 8 p.m. with yours truly, Lennox Smith. I must say two thanks so much, Carnage. Condolences go out to the family members of Don Sylvester. Many of you will know Don Sylvester. Well, Don Sylvester passed away. So condolences goes out to Don Sylvester on the passing. So all family members of Don Sylvester from the Martin there, Covin Road up on the hill there, condolences to you. Don Sylvester was known to be a natek. Yes. On UNC.
Yes.
UNC.
I'm shocked, Andy. I wasn't aware of that. Okay.
Well, Carnage now send our message. So, Trinidad and Tobago.
Thanks, Carnage.
Coming up next, off the records with Mr. X and Stefan Rees. So, don't change that dial from Talk City 91.1 FM at all. On behalf of the Ground Report team, I'm Andy Williams, better known as the Pitbull of Radio. Until tomorrow morning, please God, we are out of here.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
Cabinet has approved the establishment of the regulatory framework for the registration and management of classic, antique, and vintage vehicles in Trinidad and Tobago.
Music. Culture.
We are now in a state where I can now proudly announce that our gas production will increase by a significant amount given all the various projects that are now expected to come online.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This